Hey guys, Jared Weggeland here from Focus Group Florida, Keller Williams Realty. Focus Homes, your local custom home builder, and Focus Remodels when you love where you live and you want to make it better. It's Tuesday, that means it's Real Estate Roundup. Let's have a look what's going on in Central Florida, Lakeland, and Polk County. Here's the headline. Home pricing is up $26,000 week over week. The inventory has actually gone down, and the price per square foot is up $7 per square foot. All right, let's have a look at the details specifically for Lakeland and Polk County and what happened the last week. All right, average home sold was a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, and that has stayed steady. The square footage has gone up by 85 square feet to 1,754 square feet on average for a sold home. The list price went up $27,000 to $342,000, and the average sold price went up $26,000 to $333,000. The days on the market actually went down by an entire week to only 57 days. The sales price compared to the list price is actually down 1% to 97%. So that means if a home was listed for $100,000, then the average price was $97,000. And please remember that that does not include any concessions. So if there's any closing cost assistance or a new roof or new septic system, windows, you name it, water heater, that is not included in that number. Okay, the list price per square foot went up by $7, and that's to $194 per square foot. And the sold price per square foot on average went up $7 to $189 per square foot. Please remember that the week over week numbers are relatively volatile. So if you saw last week, we had declines that seemed pretty stark and drastic. And this week we have massive increases. So we do look at the trend over time to see where we are. Let's have a look at what's going on in the listing activity for the last 7 days. New listings, we're at 105 new listings. That's up from 94 last week in Lakeland. The sold listings went up dramatically. We had 72 last week, and this week is 119. We have new pendings of 128, which is great. We had 102 last week. Last week, we had a replenishment ratio of 92%, which means we had more new pendings come off the market than new listings. And this week, that number actually went down to 82. So that means we had a lot more homes come off the market with new pending contracts than came on the market. So that's good. So that's absorbing the inventory, which is good, and that's what we want. Just as a side note, when we look at the sold listings, the date of this report is the last day of the month, March 31st. So it does make sense that there are a lot of listings sold and closed because some of them are pushed to the end of the month. So I'm not surprised we have a surge there. And if we look at the county specifically, then we had 449 new listings. That's up from 423 last week. We had 494 sold listings. That's up from 325 last week. And we had 513 new pendings. That is amazing. That is such a good number. Very, very, very strong numbers. And I know for me personally, this last quarter was one of the best of my career. People have really come out of the woodwork. Tons of pent-up demand, waiting for the elections and all the politics to get to the side so we can start living our lives again. And that's exactly what happened. People are back in the market. Now for Polk County, that means the replenishment ratio, went down to 87.5. So again, shrinkage in inventory levels. Okay guys, let's have a look at what's happening with our listings that were removed from the market. So listings that either canceled, withdrew, or expired this past week were 28 units. Last week it was 31, so down by 3, so not a very large number, not a big change there. We do have 5.44 months of housing supply. 6 months is equilibrium, so we have only 91% of the needed homes to supply the buyers that are currently in the market. That means we have a 9% shortage. We are a seller's market. I will tell you that in general, sellers and buyers are negotiating deals. So for example, this past weekend, on the sell side, we negotiated a deal, and on the buy side, we negotiated a deal, and for that particular client, it was a bit of a wash because they took a little bit of a discount on the home that they sold, and they received a little bit of discount on the home that they purchased, and that's very, very common. Active listings are 1,101. That's down just 8 units from last week, so we did have a shrinking of the market, but it's a small number. The listings with the price drop actually went up by 14 units to 158. And in the county, that number went up 104 units to 866. As far as the 30-year fixed mortgage rate, very, very little change, 0.03%. That's minuscule to 6.74% for a 30-year fixed. This week is the first week of April. April Fools. I don't have a joke for you, but if you've been fooled today, I hope you had a little bit of fun with that. I actually called my dad and he said, hey, call up one of your colleagues and leave a message. Tell him to call Mr. Lion and leave him the telephone number of the local zoo. I was like, I'm not doing that. But anyway, there's a little tip for you if you'd like to play a prank on somebody. This week, Sun and Fun is the big thing. Sun and Fun over off of Pitkin in South Florida by the airport. Massive. I believe it's the second largest air show in America at the moment. So it's if you've never been and you like that type of thing, it's really fun. I believe Wednesday night is a special drone night event as well as possibly fireworks. So have a look online, look up Sun and Fun, but it's this particular week. So you're going to start hearing things in the sky in Lakeland, especially when the Blue Angels and some of the stunt teams come in. You'll start seeing them fly around. It's kind of fun. It's First Friday, so this particular week is called the Foodie Fest. That's one of my favorites. We are having a guest at our booth called Scoops. It's an ice cream wheelie. Oh, I forgot the slogan. I'm sorry. It's like a wheelie good time or something. Anyway, so Amanda from Scoops is coming. So we'll have some special treats for our giveaway there. We also have Spring Fling and Barbecue in Bartow this coming Saturday. And then Saturday and Sunday, we are actually having a worldwide conference with over 28,000 Christian congregations connecting online to hear inspiring messages from Christian leaders. So if you're around or you're interested in that, let me know and I will share that link with you. All right, guys, thank you so much for everything you do for us. Our business is 90% of closings from referrals. So I really appreciate you trusting us with your business. If you know somebody looking to buy, sell, or invest right now, then please give them our number. Also, please remember a few special programs. We have the Focus Home Swap, which allows someone who currently owns a home to buy the next house first. So you don't have a lot of scrambling to do, move in and then sell the other house and not have two payments. It can be an absolutely fabulous program. We also have one where our remodels crew can come in and help you update a home and get paid at closing. So you get top dollar for that. Also, once you've moved into a home, whether it's brand new, that's a little bit cookie cutter and you want to trim it out a little bit, our trim carpenters can go in and make it beautiful for you, or change floors and paint and what have you. Or if you're looking at an older home, then we can renovate those and bring them up to standards. All right, guys, have a fantastic week. We're always here to answer your questions if you have anything you want to know about real estate or mortgages or building or remodeling. All right, take care for now. Bye-bye.